In this video, we're just going to cover 3 easy ways to optimize the Proposal Pack Wizard to make creating your future proposals, if you're going to be creating a number of proposals, more efficient. There are specific videos for each of these 3 topics that you can refer to as well, that will go into them each in more detail. A lot of people use the Proposal Pack Wizard to just create a one-off document. So you don't need to do all these optimizations in that case. So this is more for the people who are going to be using the proposal pack over and over again and who want it to operate a little faster and more efficiently. So out of the box, the wizard is set up without any of these optimizations on because they each require a little bit of customization. So the first thing we will show is what's called the presets. So each time you're going to create a document, you have to have a list of chapters selected that the wizard will assemble into a document. And you can check these off or use the search by name, all these drop downs. All these tabs are just different ways of getting chapters into your project. Now say if we're going to create lots of proposals and they're not very long, let's just say we have a cover letter, title page, an executive summary, cost summary, a list of services, your company history, and then the back page. Now, if you're going to use this same set of chapters for all your future projects, or maybe these are going to be your core chapters and maybe on a client basis, you're going to make some minor changes like adding an extra page here or there as needed. Using the preset gives you that flexibility. And the preset just means you don't have to recheck off the same set of chapters every time, especially if you're selecting chapters that are off in other sections of these screens that might take a little bit more work to get to every single time. So now that we have our set of chapters selected, we just click the presets, and we'll just make a name for it. My services list. And you can create a lot of different presets. But now that we created one, in the future, the next time we create a new project, we can just pick the preset and not have to individually check off all those chapters each time. You can also automatically populate each new project from that preset. Makes it even faster. We're just going to turn that on. So we'll show this in use. We'll just create this document. Right now this document has been generated. So you can see this is a fill-in-the-blank version with boilerplate text. We're illustrating this with our Nature Number 7 design theme. We have hundreds of design themes to pick from. But you can see all the chapters are fill in the blank. Now we do have a lot of samples. You can pull in the sample content. But in general, if you're going to be writing a one-off proposal, you could just fill this in with your word processor, finish it off, send it, and you don't have to worry about future proposals being, with reusable content. So this next optimization is for those who want to write multiple proposals and have your custom text reused each time, so you don't have to paste it in or fill in the blanks for the whole document every single time. So that's the second optimization we'll show. How to edit our stock templates with your content. So we'll just go back to the project screen. We'll add a new project, and this is going to illustrate the preset as well. You can see 7 templates were automatically selected just by creating a project. That was the wizard pulling in our preset. So now you can see the same set of chapters is automatically selected in the project. This just saved us the time of going and finding all these chapters and checking them off using the preset. But now, how do we edit efficiently all of the templates we want to reuse in the future? Well, there's two ways in the wizard to get to the templates. Since we're already in the project screen, we can click this Show All Templates button on the Add Templates tab. And now you'll have drop downs for the 2,000 plus chapters. So how do we find just the couple or few we want to edit that we're going to use every time? Because we have the chapters we're going to use checked off in the project already, this gets a lot easier. I can click this box, only show templates selected to my project. And now, instead of 2,000 options in these drop downs, it's only the 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can see that matches here, that I have selected. So I've pre-written 2 pages worth of content here. This is, say, content you might already have written for your company. Say, introduction cover letter you want to keep reusing, your executive summary, it could be your list of services, your price lists, your company history, your background recommendations, references, policies, any of the information you're going to put into your proposals each time you're going to edit into our stock templates. So you just select any chapter. Right now I've selected the cover letter, arrow pointing to this button, edit selected stock template, click that, and it's going to open Proposal Pack's stock template that's going to get built into each proposal. You can see this is the boilerplate text. Now this is just some example text we've already written. So say if you've written whatever text anywhere you have saved somewhere, copy and paste it over the top of our text. So you can just see I'm replacing the boilerplate instructional text with this pre-written text. This is just basic word processing using Word to copy paste text into a document. If you have this text of yours in your website or other documents, brochures, whatever, wherever you have it, all you need to do is get that text copied and pasted into our templates and then reformat as needed, and you're good to go. So now I'll save this, and note I am working in Word right now. So this is not using our wizard software. I'm just editing a Word document in Word. So I'll save that, and it's saved our proposal pack stock template. And I've also got an introduction written, so we'll edit that into our executive summary. And you don't have to use our structure. I just happen to have some pre-written executive summary text here just for illustration purposes. So we'll copy this and paste it right in here. Okay, now I've pasted this in. I've applied the custom bullet points for this design theme. And that's just by using the custom bullet point for this design theme. And I can save this. So now we've added 2 of the proposal kit's stock templates for this design theme that we have installed. And you could just do that for any of the templates. Company history here, the services list, and so on. So now every time we build a new document and we use the cover letter or the executive summary, our edited version gets built into all future documents. And we'll just select some client data here for illustration purposes. save this and build a new document. And we will see the custom edited templates pulled in. Now that we've generated this document, we'll take a look at it. And you can see where it applied the mail merge data here and here, and this is the edited version of the cover letter. It put in the mail merge data here, and you can see this is the edited version of the executive summary. So those first two customizations will get a lot of people taken care of for making your document generation for multiple proposals much more efficient. There are a lot of other things you can do. These are the two most common, easiest ones to get started with. The third thing we'll show is useful if you have a lot of chapters selected, and that set of chapters will be the same every single time, and the time it takes you to assemble the proposals is taking a little too long for you. So that feature is an expert edition feature we'll show next. The first two are both a novice edition feature and an expert edition feature, and that is called a reusable template. So basically that just means the wizard isn't going to assemble all the selected chapters every single time. It's just going to use a completely assembled document just like the one we've just created, and it's just going to simply copy that document for each future proposal and save you the time of doing all of the assembly of all the pages. So to do that, you have to create a reusable template first. There's a whole other video on this process that goes into the details a lot more. We'll just show the quick and easy version. So what we'll do is we'll go back into the same project. We're going to regenerate this document again, but we're going to not merge in name and address information. So we're going to uncheck this merge button. And because we generated this document already, we're going to delete the files and start from scratch because we haven't actually edited that document. So we have the same 7 templates selected. We're going to be pulling in our 2 custom edited pages. We're going to turn off the merging of the company and client data so the tags will still be in there, and that's going to get us our reusable template. So we'll save this project, build the template again, just without the data merged in. Okay, now that we've generated our document that's going to become our reusable template, we'll take a look at that. So now you can see all the tags are still in the document because we turned off the data merging, but it pulled in our content that we edited already. You can see all the tags are still here. So now this is a fully assembled document that we can now use as a reusable template instead of assembling it from all the pieces every single time. How you do that is you just select that document we created, and we're going to click this Create Reusable Template button, and the wizard is going to add this as a custom document into the database that can be selected in our project screen. So we're just going to give it a title here. Alright, so we've just given it a title and a description, click OK, and let the wizard add it to the database. Now, using these reusable templates, we don't necessarily have to use the presets anymore, because now we'll just have a single document to select. Okay, now the wizard has added it to the database. Now in this demo, we actually turned on the use of the preset to be automatically loaded, so we're going to have to go turn that off right now. But you'll see our custom proposal is now selectable here. So in the preset, yeah, we're just going to go turn that off. We'll just back out of this project. All right, so we've backed out of the project after we turned off our preset. Okay, now that we've turned off the use of the preset, we're just going to go back and add a new project. And we click the Pick Document screen, and because we added a custom template, it's automatically showing it to us as our default page we first see. Check that. Click OK. We have our reusable template selected now. And we will pick some company and client data. We'll just load a default record. All right, so we have our reusable template selected. We have our company and client data selected. Got the merge turned on. So when we save this project, instead of assembling 7 pages and doing all the document manipulation that can be a little time consuming, it is going to just copy the reusable template and do the mail merge to it. So this will be a lot faster for creating a lot of ongoing proposals. All right, this document's been generated from the reusable template. And you can see the name and address information has been merged in. And the rest of the template is copied right over. So that's it for the 3 quick and easy ways to speed up the wizard when generating multiple ongoing proposals. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and click subscribe to keep up on the latest proposal writing tips with Proposal Kit.